Today's a big day for the outbuilding project. I got the gravel delivered earlier this morning, and my neighbor's coming over with his skid steer, and he's gonna help move the gravel into the building. But first, there's some prep work I need to do. I rented this compactor from the tool rental place, so this is gonna help compact the gravel. We're gonna put 3 inches down, compact, and then put another 3 inches down, compact. I've never used one of these, so we'll just have to see how that goes. But before we try to get the gravel in there, I gotta take some of these wood panels down right here so that the loader can fit in there. I also need to put the pipes in here, the conduit, here where I did the trench. So the neighbor's coming over soon. I need to get started on this. So the operator's ready to go. I'm not, because I still gotta do the pipe work, but he's gonna work on one side while I'm trying to do the pipe work on the other side. Before I run the compactor, I have to wet down all the gravel. Forgot about that part. While I'm doing this, I'll give you a status update. So we're about halfway through the truckload of gravel. That's about 11 cubic yards, which across 600 square feet, which this building is, that's exactly 6 inches of depth to the gravel, which I thought would be enough. But I didn't account for this corner here. There was at least a foot drop from that side of the building to this corner right here. So he's had to put a lot of the gravel over on this side. He used this bucket to scrape some of the ground here and put it over on this side, but he got all the way down to the landscape fabric that we put down a few years ago when we graveled in here, and we didn't want to go any further. So we're gonna have to get another truckload of gravel, finish off this side. I watered it down pretty good in here. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing cranked up. Switch to on, fuel, on, throttle. Up. I rented a compactor from you guys this morning and I cannot get it to start at all. I was wondering if you guys have another one I can swap it out with.
Just get it started.
No, it is not starting. Is it okay to swap it out?
Yes.
Alright, I'll see if I can get it loaded up. Alright, thanks. We just used the skid steer to load that back in the truck. We're gonna drive back to town and swap it out with another one. We got the compactor unloaded at the rental place, but the guy I talked to on the phone before I brought it here said they had another compactor to swap it out with. The guy here that I just dropped it off with said no, they don't. They've already rented that one out. So I am at a stopping point for today. I cannot compact, which means we cannot do more gravel. And for the record, the guy at the rental place could not get it started either. He said if it was gonna start, it would have by now after several tugs. So there's something wrong with the machine, it wasn't just me. Well, the second gravel truck has arrived. Admittedly, I'm feeling a little discouraged because I started off the day with such excitement thinking we would have this gravel work all done, compacted, and ready for the contractor to come and do the forms and pour the concrete. That didn't happen. But it's not been a total loss today. We did get a decent amount of the gravel work done and we got our second truckload, so we have all the materials that we need now to move forward. And I got the conduit in. As you can see here, I got the conduit buried. This one right here is gonna be for my water line, if I get water. You guys might remember from my last video about this that I wasn't able to get the trencher deeper than 2 feet down. The boom on it was only 2 feet and there was not a longer boomed trencher available for rent. I talked to the contractor who's gonna be doing the concrete. I asked him if he had access to one that he can go deeper, and he said no. So I got it as deep as I could, but I'm still probably above the frost line. So I wrapped the pipe in this insulation material. That material has an R value of 2, so I wrapped it around twice, giving it R4. I'm not sure how much that's gonna help, but I think we have 2 options moving forward. One, when we go to do the plumbing next year or the year after, whenever it is down the road, hopefully the plumber or someone else will have the right tool to get down far enough to dig the trench, and we can still come under here, under that pipe that's already in there, that will be set in the concrete. So I don't know if that's possible, but I'm wondering if we can route under it and attach in there that way. If not, then there is also the option of not having water over the winter when it's freezing and blowing the line out with an air compressor in late fall and just not having water in there for that season, which may not be such a bad idea. We're gonna be on standby for a few days on this project. Winter's coming tomorrow. We're supposed to be having a snowstorm. It's gonna freeze, so the water that I put in the gravel is all gonna freeze up, and we're probably not gonna be able to get good compaction if I even wanted to rent a compactor tomorrow. Next week it's gonna be back up in the 40s again, so we should be able to make some progress sometime next week. And I'm gonna leave you now with some footage from a really strange out of nowhere snowstorm we got just a few days ago. Well, that was a very short fall this year. Chunks of snow are massive. I don't believe I've ever experienced snow this big before. This is ridiculous. I hope this is a short-lived event because my structure here is not designed for a snow load. I'm definitely not winterized here yet.